Do you like deep freezing your dragon? Or do you like eating fish? Well, don't worry, they are both coming to Etheria Restart now. My name is Engin, but you can also call me Alton, and today we'll be looking at the two new characters that are coming to this game. And luckily, before their release, we can check them out in the archive section. Let's take a look at Batsby. He is going to be the new odd/water element DPS that will be coming to the game. And his S3 looks to be a single hit with a decent multiplier if you invest the lattice into it. But if you already have a decently build, not even counting the lattice, decently build another odd character, I think you can freely skip him. But let's keep taking a look at rest of its kit. Second skill deals AoE damage just like his S3 skill. On crit, there's a chance that he extends all the debuffs on the character, saying excluding control effects. So in this sense, he might be useful for the dot teams. So he'll be like Sanya with her S2, but now this is another AoE character that extends all effects, all debuffs, but the control ones. So he can buff dot units. That's interesting. And his S1 is a single target hit that applies wound. Let's take a look at his S1 skill. It looks to be a single target damage while applying a wound effect. And also, for every debuff that's on the enemy, he does increase damage by 10%. But that 10% is... okay, that's stable. No, it's not stable. It's increased by here. So to get this last effect, you need to feed him 4 lettuce. So unless you want to feed him salad, then this would be a skip. So where this unit can shine at is, other than being a water damage, this unit can buff dot units. So he can play together with Sanya. Because this extension, it's not... okay, it's 100% if you feed him lettuce, but without feeding, this is probably 80%. It's going to be at the range of 70 to 80%. But even without it, he can be built with effect accuracy, and then you can play him without feeding him any lettuce. He can be used in that way. Now let's take a look at Ninfoniel, the most hyped unit in this patch. Her design is already pretty good. This can be a reason alone just for to pull the character. But let's take a look at her skills and her stats. She's also already fast. This is a pretty good speed to begin with. And we can quickly compare how she does in speed department, let's say compared to Lingluo. Okay, she's close to Lingluo. So, let's take a look at her skills and see if she wants to eat any lettuce. Her S3, without any requirements, she buffs attack, immunity, and also gives shield to all allies. None of these buffs are limited to one unit. And none of these effects are tied to lettuce. They are increased by it, but she gets these right away. And giving her 1 lettuce reduces the cooldown to 4, so it looks like this is a 5-turn based cooldown. Her S2 is she equalizes everyone's HP and then heals them back by 25% if you give her the lattice, but without it, it looks to be like a 10%. That's still good, but the cooldowns of it seems a bit high. They are both 5-turn cooldowns without the investment. Let's see what her S1 does. Her S1 deals single target damage and a 50% chance to apply res up to self. So this buff is only to herself, and that's based on a chance, and 50% is if you give her 2 lattices. Okay, so still she looks to be that you can play her without any lattice investment, but if you give her the lattice, she'll provide more. So in that sense, it's definitely worth the pull for this character, and if you have the lattice to spare, you can make a salad with her. Dragon salad, nice. Now that we looked at both of the characters, should you pull for them? If you have the pulls to spare, and if you want a new healer for the content that's weak to odd damage, and a healer that can survive in that content, Ninfoniel is a pretty good pull. Do you need Batsby? As a damage dealer, you can freely skip him, but if you want to test him in the dot teams, with the extension of the debuffs that he brings, I believe that he will make the teams shine even more, and that is going to be our first new unit that extends the dot timer. Thank you for watching. My name is Engin. You can also call me Alden. I make YouTube content and I also stream on Twitch. You can find me at its_Alden. And see you next time.